Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the chance to speak. Today, the proposal that has been raised in the Parliament is that this House believes that developing countries should bar the entry of foreign supermarket chains into their nation. A developing country is a nation where a majority of the people are middle class or are on their way to becoming so. In such countries, the shopkeepers remain extremely busy. First, because of the vast population, and secondly, because there are not enough stores that sell quality products. And recently, in these countries, a huge number of women are entering the job sector. And since it is a developing country, people are already working more hours than they should be. So people want to go to a place where they can find their daily necessary products in a jiffy and put things in one bag and not waste time going to tons of shops. So in this modern world, people need to get and do things fast. So when the government is saying that they want to bar foreign supermarket chains, it's like restricting people from getting good quality and variety of products from around the world right in their own locality. But people definitely have the right to access foreign food, products or medication. The moment you are barring those franchises in a country, you are depriving the people from having the quality of goods that they deserve. Now let's talk about what supermarket is. It's basically a place where a variety of products are available at a reasonable rate, which obviously benefits the consumer. So at the end of the day, they have more dispensable income, resulting in more savings. Apart from that, these chains bring about the best quality products to the people of the nation. Again, they benefit these localities, like when they build such chains or franchises in a locality, often a part of the agreement is to invest in those localities, which typically means doing development work, which basically helps build a good environment. Now let's get to my second point, which is employment. When these foreign companies such as Tesco or Walmart actually come into a locality, they are large supermarket chains covering a large area which constitutes of products, agricultural products and sometimes even clothing. So these franchises with a large variety of products over a large amount of space, so they obviously require a large amount of employees to work for them, such as Bangladesh, India, Myanmar, etc. A huge amount of people, that is a huge amount of qualified people, are unemployed. And when these foreign chains open, they definitely don't go bringing hundreds of employees from another country. They actually have to use the people of that specific developing country. So these sort of companies tend to employ the disadvantaged groups of people within that locality. And more importantly, what they do is they provide training to those people. So not only the chains, but the untrained people of that specific developing country are being benefited, because if for some reason they lose their job in that particular supermarket chain or store, they will be able to get another job easily because of the training and a fair share of experience. So your point of reduction in the amount of employment because of these foreign franchises coming into a nation really does not stand and is totally invalid. Not to mention, when the more amount of people are employed, the GNP of that country increases. Again, these franchises have to give a huge amount of tax to the government. Not to mention, when these chains import products from other countries, at that time they have to pay tax for them, named customs, which by the way is one of the main sources of income of government of various developing countries, including Bangladesh. So it obviously increases the GNP and GDP of that particular country, because since it is in their territorial boundary, at that time it increases the GDP, and because of employment and the tax and everything, it increases the GNP, which ultimately upgrades the standard of living of that locality or country or nation and increases the per capita income, which paves the way towards development. Again, you said about the creation of monopoly, which means the whole power will be concentrated in the hands of an individual franchise. But that monopoly is hard to happen because every single individual becomes concerned when a foreign chain opens up, and we see that government paying heed to these concerns, and when they do that, they are taking counter actions, and we see that while making the agreement, they ensure whether they are able to monitor finances and monitor the effect of these chains have on the locality. Apart from that, you said about the fact that when these chains come and sell things at cheaper rates, the local franchises go bankrupted and out of business, but domestic suppliers and the people of that country will not suffer in any way because the franchises only are based on big cities or towns, and as a result the local suppliers can sell their products in any local shop because the demand of the people of that specific locality is not decreasing, because obviously they have a huge population and they need supplies, and for that reason the suppliers, the domestic and local suppliers, get plenty of people to sell their stuff to. Apart from that, these foreign franchises provide people with foreign goods which are not available in the country, so local suppliers can't easily sell their native products without any sort of problems whatsoever. Apart from that, you said that when they bring other stuff from other countries and sell at a cheaper rate, at that time of the local businesses like Mina Bazaar or Agora will go out of business, but that really does not happen because when they are making building a franchise in a particular developing country, at that time what we see, let's talk about Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, Mina Bazaar or Agora are going perfectly well, and apart from that, if you want to buy foreign products at cheaper rates, at that time my prime minister has already said that if there are various types of online shops where you can buy foreign products from. So actually what you're trying to do does not really happen. Are you going to stop people from buying things online? If you want to stop people from getting foreign goods, this is definitely not the solution, barring foreign chains, because in one way or the other the foreign products are going to enter a country, and it is not actually a bad thing when foreign products enter a country, because sometimes good quality of products at cheaper rates does help a lot. I mean, those foreign chains actually give us a heavy amount of tax, which actually helps us build our nation. Apart from that, as these are developing countries, these franchises help play a big role in the globalization. So for the sake of development, these franchises are highly important. So I think after our speeches, it will be crystal clear that barring the entry of such foreign franchises in the developing nation actually hampers the country. But when these franchises stay, it is a win-win situation for all. So I would like to tell my honorable government party not to only argue for the sake of argument and agree with us that the entry of these foreign chains in a developing nation does not happen, and it should not does not hamper anything, and it should not be barred. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you all.